So as you know, we also have this interest to go to Brindavan always. Most of the times we like to go Brindavan. But Uddhava's visit Brindavan was special, very special. So Uddhava went to Brindavan as a messenger, not just a messenger. He went in that time when all the gopis, Nanda Baba, Yashoda, and Gopas, everyone, they were just remembering Krishna in separation. So in this discussion, we will understand. We'll understand how Uddhava went to Vrindavan and he was received by the Vrindavan Vasis, and how he delivered this message to the Vrindavan Vasis. So as you know, when Krishna and Balaram was invited by Kamsa for the Dhanu Yatra, because Kamsa had a plan. Kamsa had a plan to kill Krishna and Balaram in the Dhanur Yatra. So he had that plan. So somehow Kamsa was killed. So after that incident, all this actually Vrindavan Vasis, those who had gone with Krishna and Balaram, they all came back to Vrindavan. So when the gopis, they saw all, Nanda Maharaj and all the cowherd men, they come back instead of Krishna. Krishna was not there, Krishna and Balaram. So it was very pathetic scene for them, especially Radharani and other residents of Vrindavan. So they try their best to adjust the situation. That Krishna is being away from Vrindavan. They try to adjust it. But the acharyas, those who are expert devotees, they explained. They explained that Krishna actually never leaves Vrindavan. He always remains in Vrindavan. He never leaves Vrindavan. But the gopis, when they saw Krishna and Balaram was taken away by Akrura, they stopped that chariot. They were thinking, they were actually blocking. That time Krishna and Balaram, they pacified them. Okay, actually we are not going for Mathura for a long period. We will come back. That was their assurance. Hmm? But Krishna did not keep his promise to come back within few days. So one question may be arise in our mind. Oh, maybe Krishna cheated the gopis. Maybe Krishna did not keep his promise. No. Expert devotee says no, no, no. Krishna never do that. Krishna always keep his promise. Krishna is neither a cheater nor a breaker of promise. How? How is it possible? Krishna is now away from Vrindavan. He is staying in Mathura. Now, expert devotees, they give their opinion that Krishna actually come back in his original identity with Nanda Maharaj and stayed with the gopis and Mother Yashoda in his Bhava expansion. This is called Bhava expansions. Just remember this bhava expansion. But Mathura Krishna Balaram stays as his expansion as Basudev and Sankarsan. Yes, but the real Krishna Balaram, they never leaves Vrindavan. They never leaves. Therefore, when Nanda Maharaj was preparing to return to Vrindavan, there was some discussion in between him and the boys concerning how they could live in separation. That time, this type of they come into conclusion that they have to separate, they will stay separate. That was a mutual agreement. Then, why did Krishna and Balaram stay in Mathura? What was the reason behind it? Actually, Vasudev and Devaki was the real father, parents of Krishna. Yes. So that's why Vasudev and Devaki wanted, it is the desire, because now Kamsa has died. That's the date of Kamsa. So while Kamsa was alive, there was a danger. Kamsa was actually destined to be killed by Devaki's eighth son. That's why there was a danger. So naturally, parents have that desire. Their sons should be with them. That is the desire. And second thing, in Vedic culture, all the boys should go through a, like it is called reformatory function, a purification, like Janu, thread ceremony. So this is the duty of the parents. Second thing, they want to give proper education to these two boys. Education. They want to send them school, a Gurukul. Because Krishna and Balaram was employed, they were engaged in the service of tending the calves and cows in Vrindavan. So that's why they desire that their son should take some education. And another explanation was because Kamsa was killed, but his friends, those who were away from Mathura, maybe they attack Mathura city. So that's why Krishna's presence was required in Mathura. And Krishna did not want Brindavan disturbed by enemies like Dantavakar and Jarasandha. That was also, uh, if Krishna were to go to Vrindavan, these enemies would not only attack Mathura, but would go to Vrindavan also. Because the enemies of, those friends of Kamsa, they were very well known. They knew it very well that who killed Kamsa. That's why the residence of Krishna was Vrindavan. Now he is shifted to Mathura. So both place is in danger. Nowadays, if you look, if you look the different countries, if you look the different countries, all the countries are demarcated with certain tract of land. There is a border. And from the different direction you see, the neighbor countries are prone to attack that country. Always there is danger. The country or state they deployed their armies on the border. So this same situation actually happened in Mathura. That's why Krishna Balaram then did not go back to Vrindavan. If they would stay in Mathura, then they would manage both places. Mathura is city, Vrindavan is forest. So since Krishna Balaram is away from Vrindavan, all the Vrindavan Vasis are always thinking about Krishna. They are doing smaran. So they were thinking every step what Krishna was doing in Vrindavan. Someone is showing the place. Oh, this is the place where Krishna was playing with the cowherd boys. In some place, oh, this is the place where Krishna was playing his flute. In another place, Krishna was joking with his friends. And another place, Krishna was embracing us. So they were no. Sometimes when someone is very near and dear to you, if he is away from you, you also remember about that friend. You think about your childhood, you're going to schools and you are playing playgrounds in the schools. You are sharing your tiffin box with your friends many times. Also, we remember specifically. So this is called Lila Smarana. So it is the process of association with Krishna most recommended by great devotees. So that's why this Lila Smarana is very important. Lila Smarana. So if we will profusely hear about the pastimes of the Lord, these pastimes actually come in our mind and we will think about all those pastimes. So that's why Krishna and Balaram they did not break their promise to return to Vrindavan, nor were they absent, but their presence was necessary in Mathura. So that time, one of the best friend, his cousin, Uddhava came to meet Lord Krishna. Uddhava came. And Uddhava's personality is, he looks like Krishna. Same to same Krishna. You could not differentiate, oh, this is Krishna, this is Uddhava. No, same. Uddhava used to wear the same dress like Krishna. His hair is like same design. So he's the duplicate of Krishna. Duplicate means, sometimes they call it, yes, when he came to see Krishna, because Uddhava went to get education in heaven. He was a heavenly written scholar. Like sometimes your friend, he has gone to America or Australia for higher education. After 5 years, 3 years, he come back to your city. Then you meet each other like that. So Uddhava went. So he was pleased to see Uddhava because Uddhava came to meet him. So that time Krishna had a plan. Krishna desired Uddhava to go to Vrindavan to deliver one message. On those days, nowadays if you want to deliver some message, you can send it through email, send it through your post office, WhatsApp. So many mediums are there. Previously also the mediums were there, but Krishna wanted to send his dear one to deliver the message. Nowadays, also in village area, if the important message to deliver to your relatives, that time they send a person, not that by sending some email, WhatsApp. No, in this Corona time, sometimes they were sending the no invitation cards through WhatsApp like that. Nowadays they are doing, but no, previously it was not like that. So because Krishna in Bhagavad Gita he says, yathamam prapadyante tans tathaiva bhajamiham mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvasah. So ye yathamam prapadyante. Krishna actually responds. He is responsive. And he responds in proportion to the devotee's advancement in devotional service. Because the gopis were always thinking about Krishna 24 hours a day. So same way, Krishna was also thinking about the gopis. Mother Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, and other residents of Vrindavan. So, you know, so Uddhava was very intelligent and he was also a great friend of Krishna. And he was actually educated from heaven and the disciple of Brahaspati. So he was highly qualified. So he was sent to Vrindavan. So immediately, as soon as he uh, got this, direction, yeah, order from Lord Krishna, disciple of Brihaspati. Yes. So, so Uddhava immediately left on his chariot and carried the message to Gokul. He went to Gokul. So when he reached that place, Brindavan, that was actually the time sunset. शाम हो गया था पूरा लगभग when he reached. So in evening if you enter to any village, but to speak of Brindavan, in almost in India the villages nowadays they were not keeping cows. You will see the scene of returning the cows from the pasturing ground. You will see that. Mostly, the outer surface, the sky become totally, dusty due to the dust of the cow's hoof prints. And sometimes you see the bulls are running after the cows for mating. And other cows like overladen milk bags were returning, running after their calves to feed the milk. ऐसा आप देखेंगे, you will see these scenes. So Uddhav actually saw this entire Vrindavan. Uh, entire Vrindavan was filled with white cows and their calves. Means wherever he sees the cows. Nowadays it is very difficult to see a darshan of cows. गाय का दर्शन नहीं होता. Specifically in cities. In villages also you will have the darshan of like buffaloes, भैंस देखोगे. But cows are nowadays totally invisible. So in every home they were doing arati. There is scent from the incense, agarbatti. All over Vrindavan, there are nice gardens filled with flowers and the sounds of humming bees and singing birds. So the beautiful Vrindavan is Vrindavana Ramya Sthana. Very Ramya. Divya Chintamani Dhama. This is the Divya Chintamani place. So Uddhav actually, first time he went to Vrindavan and he saw this place. Previously he went to heaven, but this is much more beautiful than heaven. So first of all, Uddhava went to Nanda Maharaj's palace. And there, Nanda Maharaj received him as the representative of Vasudeva. So Nanda Maharaj offered him a sitting place. Generally, in our tradition, whenever someone comes to our home, we actually receive them very well. We treat them as our own family member. So then he actually uh, inquired the message from Krishna, Balaram, and other family members of Mathura. Generally, we also reciprocate. We ask some questions. Last time in my lecture, I was telling also, if a senior comes to your home, the etiquette is the senior should ask the question. Like you are junior, means you are very younger. He would ask, how is your study? How do you score in an exam? What are you doing nowadays? Are you preparing for civil exams like that? If senior is there, if a very junior person he comes to you, then you have to ask. Seniors ask question. Like you go to your uncle's home, या some मामा के घर में गए हैं. So they ask uh, they ask to you. Same way here it is said. So Nanda Baba was inquiring about the well-being of Krishna, Balaram, and other inhabitants of Mathura. He said, my dear Uddhava, how is my friend Vasudev enjoying life? He is now released from the prison of Kamsa because Vasudev was the brother-in-law. No. Kamsa was the brother-in-law of Vasudev. So Kamsa jailed him. He was in prison because now Kamsa is now dead. So he was inquiring the question. So now he is staying with his friends and with his own children. Previously, the children were with us. So he was thinking he must be very happy because everyone is with him. There will be no problem. Yes. So he was going to tell me about him and his welfare. And he said, we are also very happy because that Kamsa, who was very sinful demon, has been killed now. So he was very envious towards the Yadu dynasty, his relatives, because due to his sinful activities, he is dead and gone. So most of the time, if someone die in some disease, in some accident, in some somewhere like it is called immature death, people actually discuss about that, his death. If that person is very sinful, if that person was giving troubles to them, they discuss, बुरा कर्म था इसीलिए चला गया, बहुत अच्छा हुआ है ना. Then he was inquiring whether Krishna Balaram they were remembering us or not. Huh? Because we are his fathers and mother and his friends and companions in Vrindavan. Are they remembering? है ना? कोई छोटा बच्चा आता है मामा के घर में, फिर हम जाता तो फिर अगेन दे इंक्वायर नो, याद करता है कि नहीं अभी, है ना? Does he like to remember his cows, calves? Yeah, he forgotten all of these things. सब भूल गया है क्या है? हाँ? Is there any coming possibility of coming back? कभी आएगा, कब आएगा वो? हाँ? That if it come, we will see again him, his beautiful face, huh? With its raised nose, lotus-like eyes. Then Nanda Baba was actually counting, counting all the pastimes, all his pastimes. कौन सा pastimes? Generally, we also remember all those good things happen to us, है ना? बहुत सारे जो अच्छा चीज होता है हम याद करते हैं. Most of the time, if our friend help us in when we are in need, और इसलिए कहते हैं friend is, you know, need. So when there is a need, if friend is there, तो हमको उसको याद आता है. Suppose you don't have money, and that time your friend came and he said, "Oh, take some money, कुछ पैसा ले लो," तो आपको अच्छा लगता है. याद करते लोग. राजद्वारे स्मशाने च, in the king's court, या in the crematory place. Whenever you are in a problem, that person who stay या who help you, he is a real friend. Chanakya Pandit says. Yes. So Nanda Baba was thinking, वो सोच रहे हैं, नंद बाबा विचार कर रहे हैं अभी मन में. He saved us from the forest fire. जंगल में आग लगी थी, कृष्ण drank all those forest fire. He can immediately swallow it. Sometimes when we become thirsty, we require water. We drink water and we satisfied, quench our thirst. But Krishna, he can drink, he can swallow the forest fire. It is not very difficult for him. Not very difficult. He saved from the Kaliya snake. Kaliya snake, there is a very big, dangerous snake who was living in the lake of Yamuna. Kali was totally poisoning the water. Water totally become poisonous. Even someone fly over, yes, any birds, any creature fly over the Yamuna river, all they fall down due to that poisonous, gas emanated from Kaliya. So he said from Kaliya, many demons, many demons. He was giving us always protection in Vrindavan. That's why the cowherd boys and Vrindavan Vasis always feel safe when Krishna was present. When Krishna was present, everyone was feeling safe. They were well protected. Rakhe Krishna, Mare Krishna, Rakhe. If Krishna wants to give the protection, Krishna wants to help us, who is there to do harm to us? No one. So that's why the Vrindavan Vasis, they were simply thinking of Krishna. Sometimes Nanda Maharaj was telling, they were going to different places to see the Krishna's footprints, है ना. कभी कभी हम लोग पैर का चिन्ह देखते हैं, है ना. Sometimes in village we see the animals footprints like a bear या elephant या other animal. By seeing the footprints and we do betting, हम बाजी लगाते थे. प्लीज टेल कौन सा पशु का ये फुटप्रिंट है ना. सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस गिव्स अस. So he has killed many demons like Pralambasur, Dhenukasur, Aristasur, Sakatasur, Trinavarta, Bakasura. They were so strong, even the demigods in heaven, they were afraid of all these demons, but Krishna killed them easily, very easily. He hold the Govardhan mountain. Govardhan mountain, so big mountain. He uplifted. He uplifted that Govardhan mountain like a small child hold a small, mushroom. Like we pick up a mushroom. Same way Krishna actually uplifted that Govardhan hill. So these are the uncommon activities actually now, because Uddhava was not present. He had not also heard about it. So Uddhava was hearing about Krishna's activities. Speaker was Nanda Maharaj. Nanda was telling this. बता रहे. By speaking, he was feeling ecstasy. And mother was, Yashoda was sitting aside. बाजू में बैठी थी mother Yashoda. And mother Yashoda was hearing, she was crying constantly. And from her breast, the milk was coming out. Sometimes हम लोग ये भी देखते हैं ना. She was shedding her tears. So when Uddhava saw this scene, both Nanda and Yashoda so extraordinarily overwhelmed with the thoughts of Krishna, he also became overwhelmed. Then he spoke. He spoke, my dear mother and Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, you are most respectful amongst the human beings, because no one but you can meditate in such transcendental ecstasy. Then Uddhava continued his speech. What Uddhava said? Uddhava said about the originality, personality of Krishna and Balaram, because Nanda Baba and Yashoda, they were thinking, उनका विचार ये था, Krishna Balaram may be big personalities. Maybe they are demigods. They don't have idea that they are supreme personality of God. भगवान बोल के भूल जाते हैं. So that's why Uddhava was telling them, from whom everything emanates. सब कुछ उनसे ही निकलता है. They are Purushottama. So whole Bhagavad Gita philosophy, the glorification about Lord Krishna and Balaram, Uddhava was telling. So then he was telling, this overwhelming ecstasy you are feeling because due to Krishna conscious practice. You are practicing Krishna consciousness. If you are in healthy situations, healthy body, mind, everything, simply chanting Mahamantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, will be very possibility of fixing the mind upon Krishna. There would be no difficulty. Time will come, gradually we will develop our consciousness. Then he said, Therefore, to remain always absorbed in Krishna consciousness was the standard of inhabitants of Vrindavan. They were always observed. We are observed in material things, है ना, हम इसी का चिंतन में पड़े हुए हैं. So this is exhibited by the Vrindavan Vasi Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda, Gopis. They were exhibiting. They were demonstrating how to think about Krishna. कैसे कृष्ण का चिंतन किया जाएगा. They were demonstrating. I think there is 3 or 4 minutes remaining for this session. So I will again open it. Then you please join. Okay. Then Uddhava says, because you have fixed your minds wholly and solely upon the Supreme Lord, Narayana, whose transcendental form is the cause of impersonal Brahman, and this impersonal form, effulgence, जो कि हम ब्रह्म ज्योति, we say ब्रह्म सत्य हम जिसको कहते हैं, this is the bodily effulgence of the Lord. So, because you are always observed in ecstatic thought of Krishna and Balaram, what pious activity remains for you to perform? Most of the saintly persons, like koi sadhu sannyasi, they always thinking about this Brahman effulgence, Brahma Jyotika. There is a Brahma Kumari group. They was meditating upon light, small light, bulb jala ke wo dikhte rehte. When that light, what to speak of small bulb, the light, the power of sun and moon, they got it from the Brahman effulgence. But for Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, for them, they were directly seeing Krishna. They were directly serving Krishna. They are directly thinking about Krishna. There is no pious activity remains for them to perform. There is no need to do. करना जरूरी नहीं है. Then Uddhava said, I have brought a message from Krishna that he will come back very soon. Krishna sent that message, I will come back very soon, he said. And satisfy you by his personal presence. There is two types of presence. One type of presence is bodily presence. You are present your own self in some places, खुद जाके खड़ा होना. And second thing, the presence is through your instructions, through your words, है ना, शब्द. Most of the time, physical presence is not possible. Not possible. If you want also, you will not get. But the presence, association of the word is most important. Very important. So when we associate with the words, that is Sabda Brahma, that is called Sabda Brahma. Words is much more important than body. So Uddhava was telling, yes, he will come back. But he was telling, you are always observed in the thoughts 24 hours a day. Yet he will come and see you very soon. Yet he will come. Although you are thinking, आप लोग भूला नहीं उसको, फिर भी वो बोला लिखा है कि he will come. Then Uddhava was explaining in a different way. He was telling, Krishna is everywhere. Sarva khalu idam Brahma. He is everywhere, everyone's heart. Just as fire is present in wood. Wood, there is a piles of wood. बहुत सारे रहता है लकड़ी. But inside the wood there is fire. It is invisible. You cannot see. But there is fire, intelligent person can see. Same way, Krishna is everywhere. Krishna is within your heart. Common person cannot understand. You know. But in India, the culture is so rich that even if everyone is talking, everyone do namaste, they do pranam, they offer their prayer, pranam karte हैं लोगों को देखने से, because everybody knows within his body Paramatma resides. Lord Narayan is there inside his heart. Everyone knows it. Sometimes the peoples are searching the Lord. They are speaking loudly in loudspeakers. Oh God, please show the right path to us. Till today, to date, they did not get this right path. मिला नहीं उनको. And Krishna says, Samaham sarvabhutesu name dosya asti na priyaha. Everyone is very dear to me. He is the dear friend of everybody. He has no enemies. No one as his friend, no one as lower, higher than him. He was telling, Krishna has no father, no mother, brother, relative, not does he acquire society, friendship and love. He was explaining about Krishna, who is Krishna. And Sukadev Goswami, he was describing again and again about Lord Krishna. You know, it is very surprising, it is very astonishing that although such descriptions are there in the Vedic literature, by reading this Vedic literature, still the impersonalists, those are impersonalists, निराकारवादी लोग हैं, those who do not accept the personal feature of the Lord, they quote from Isopanishad, Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudatyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Avasishyate. They think that, that from that Purna, that complete something comes out. They never accept Krishna, Lord Rama as the Supreme Lord. That is their understanding. But Krishna is Purna, Ishwaraha, Paramakrishna, Sachidananda Vigraha. So these verses they are not saying, Pasyanapi na pasyati. They are like blind. Although they have the eyes, but that eyes are disease and cataract disease. They could not see it. It's very difficult for them to understand. So Krishna is Aham Bija Pradapada. From him everything emanates. That's why he does not require anything. He does not have a material body. His body is like Satchidananda Swarup. Our body is made of material elements, earth, ether, air, fire element. And one day this body will perish, this body will vanquished. But Krishna body is always present. It will not, it exists always. It is ever fresh. It is full of truth, cognizant, and it is full of bliss. He never appears or takes birth like an ordinary human being. Janma karma chame divyam. He does not appear in higher or lower pieces of life like ordinary living entities. He appears by his eternal potency just to give protection to his devotees. That's why he says in Bhagavad Gita, Ajopi san abhayatma bhutanam ishwaropi san. Ajopi san abhayatma. He is Aja, unborn. He is the controller of all the living entities. He is the master of all the living entities. Prakritin swam adhisthaya sambhavami atmamaya. He said that I appeared with my eternal potency just to give protection to the devotees. He is never influenced by the modes of material nature. Generally, we are influenced in the modes of material nature. Sometimes tamagun, sometimes rajagun, sometimes satagun. But Krishna is above these three modes of material nature. Generally, the impersonalist, Nirakarvadi, they says Krishna obtained this body of mode of goodness. Yes, mode of goodness. But it is not true. The annunciator of impersonalism, his name is Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya said, Krishna Param Abhyaktat. Krishna is Param Purusha. But he appears in this material world, seems to like an ordinary living entities under the spell of the modes of material nature. It looks like, but it is not a reality. Uddhav was explaining, just understand, Uddhav is so much scholar. He is explaining everything in detail. The Sankhya philosophy means he was explaining about the science of God, science of Krishna. But in fact, Krishna is the overseer of this material creation while remaining unaffected by the material modes of nature. So that's why Krishna is no one's son. Huh? He is actually everyone's father, mother, and supreme controller. There is no doubt of this, no doubt. Whatever is already being experienced, whatever is not being experienced, whatever already exists, does not exist, will exist in future, whatever the smallest and whatever the biggest have no existence outside the Supreme Lord, Krishna. Everything rests in him. He said, Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchit asti dhananjaya. Everything is rest upon him. Whatever you say, whatever happens, जो भी कुछ हो रहा है, everything, but he is untouched. When he divided the society in four division, chaturvarna maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagasa, dan akartaram vidhi kartaram apyapyam. He said that I am the doer, I have done it, but I am not under this four class. Yes, he is above. Then Nanda Uddhava thus passed the whole night discussing about Krishna. Whole night, imagine. Huh? Evening time, Uddhava went to Vrindavan, and when they met, they were discussing about Krishna. So the devotees of the Lord, whenever they got the opportunity, they don't, you know, lose those opportunity talking about nonsense, talking about material things. They immediately start to discuss about the Supreme Lord's pastimes. Today we are just discussed about how Lord Krishna met, Uddhava met Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda. He not he did not meet other personalities in Vrindavan. Tomorrow in the next lecture we will discuss about the other personalities he met. Other personalities. So Nanda Baba and Yashoda, they were feeling very much happy. They become jubilant. They were feeling bliss when they heard about Krishna Balaram. Otherwise, they were they were always, contemplating all those pastimes, but Krishna was not present personally. But Krishna was present in Bhava expansion. Don't think that Krishna was not present. Krishna was present, but in Bhava expansions, because Vrindavan Vasis were thinking about Krishna and Balaram constantly. So, in this way, Uddhava delivered the message about Krishna and Balaram to Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda. Tomorrow we will discuss how other inhabitants of Vrindavan, other personalities of Vrindavan, other citizens of Vrindavan, they also met Uddhava. There was a discussions amongst themselves. All those discussions we will discuss in right 5:30 to 6:30 in our session. So I hope uh, I tried my best to explain this pastime. Yes, most of the time we have that doubt. Oh, Krishna Balaram left Vrindavan and they did not come back again. That is the not right information. The information is Krishna Balaram Vrindavano Parityajam na gachanti ekapadam. They never go out Vrindavan even one step. They don't put their step in outside of Vrindavan. They always stay. Till today. Till today also they are there. In Krishna Balaram Mandir Ramanarati, Srila Prabhupada says, this is the place where Krishna Balaram used to play. Yes, Krishna Balaram. So now we will end here. If you have any questions or comments. Yes, Pratik Prabhu.